Hi guys, it's Nancy and we are going to talk about episode 2 of this Cardcaptor Sakura clear card arc. So episode 2 is called Sakura and the Room with No Exit, and I have notes here so I'm going to be looking at my notes. So the highlight of episode 2 is basically Sakura capturing the siege card, and I think the siege card's equivalent in the cloud cards is the maze card, and this episode wasn't as dramatic and as jam-packed as the first episode. It's a lot more lighthearted, it's a lot fluffier, cuter, nothing. It's helpful to the storyline, but it gives you like a moment to pause and just see Sakura be a normal kid. And so when Sakura's capturing this, or attempting to capture the siege card, they're stuck in this rubber balloon, and I don't know, I personally felt like it was the siege card didn't seem as dangerous as the Gale card, whereas the Gale card caused public disturbance basically and broke a freaking sidewalk. The siege card is basically them being engulfed in a balloon, which could be claustrophobic, I guess, but it didn't feel like they were in danger. The fact that Tomoe was able to pop the siege card just shows me that it's not as powerful as it could have been. Like the fact that a non-magical weapon was able to defeat a magical being, it just shows that it's not as powerful as it could have been. But like, I mean, obviously the siege card does come in handy to Sakura later on, so there's that. Backtracking to the beginning of the episode when Sakura tells Tomoe and Sharon that, oh, she caught this new card, it's called the Gale card, oh, it's clear, yada yada yada, and then the bell rings and Sakura and Tomoe, they rush off to class, and then Lee or Sharon is left there just like staring longingly into the distance looking at Sakura. So in the manga version of this scene, it continues on where, oh, Sharon calls Ariel and it's like, oh, she captured another card. And it's interesting that they cut this scene out. So as of right now in the anime, Sharon doesn't seem as shady as he does in the manga, because in the manga he is so freaking shady. Like, ugh. Same thing with Ariel. Ariel is also very shady, and I know they're hiding something from Sakura, and I know they're doing it out of the best for her, but at the same time it's like, guys, sometimes being honest is the best way to go about things and not like keeping her out of the loop. I don't know, that's my personal opinion, and it just breaks my heart because it just seems like Sharon has other intentions, and I know he cares for her, and I don't know, I just like it when people are honest with each other. Like, it pans back to the school, like they're in their classroom and everything, and the teacher's like, oh, choose your clubs. Tomoe's gonna be in the choir club, Sakura's gonna be in the cheerleading club, reprising their club activities as if when they were in elementary school, and then it skips to lunch, and then, so this whole club lunch scene comes from chapter 6 of the manga, so as of right now, it seems like they're shifting certain scenes around, which is totally fine. In the manga, the lunch scene, they're talking of like just random things, like just chit-chattering, like what middle school students do. I don't know, what do they do today? But in the anime, they talk about Mei Ling. So it's probably like the what's it called? The Berenstein effect, where it's like I thought she was in the manga, but she wasn't. So I'm just like, oh crap, you're right. So basically, Mei Ling is an anime-only character, if you guys haven't known. I for some reason did not know that. Like, that's a very faulty thing on my part. But the anime, the girls talk about Mei Ling. They ask Sharon, it's like, oh, like, why didn't you go, like, why weren't you in that picture with Mei Ling? And he was like, oh, I was doing something. I'm just like, shady. So they talk about Mei Ling, they acknowledge her presence, and that's basically, I feel like that's as much as we're gonna get from the producers acknowledging her existence. I honestly don't think that she's gonna be a recurring character. Maybe recurring character by name, but not by person, I guess, because she never existed in the manga world, so it'll be very hard for them to bring in her character. So yeah, anyways, it was a nice touch. So fast forward to another serious scene is near the end of episode 2, it shifts to Ariel. I can't say the name. I'm gonna say Ariel from The Little Mermaid, but it shifts to Ariel, and he's they're in London, obviously, and Spinel comes by and it's like, hey, we just put Ruby Moon to sleep. She's been insisting to go to Japan, but you know, she's good. He acknowledges that, and then Spinel's like, hey, shouldn't you reply back to Sakura anytime soon? So, yeah, right? Yeah, Ariel. It's kind of rude to not reply. Like, you've obviously seen the freaking message, so like, just give a yes or no. Be like, oh, I don't know what's going on. Like, don't leave her hanging. Personal pet peeve. Ariel says, not yet, not until the right time comes. And this phrase is said a lot throughout the manga, so it's gonna be a reoccurring theme now. They're gonna ignore Sakura. Just another observation, just like with Ruby Moon being, her personality wise is the opposite of Yue. She's bubbly, like happy, excited. The fact that she's like, I need to go to Japan, like we need to go back, like, to the point where she tires herself out to sleep. I don't know, it just might show the intensity of the situation of what's going to happen with this storyline. Maybe, I don't know, that's just my take. So after the whole Ariel scene is finished, it pans back to Sakura sleeping. Tomoe is there because of the sleepover, and Sakura is back into this dream world. And they include the scene that I mentioned was not included last week, and it's basically the scene where this mysterious figure is trying to take away the dream key from her. She's like, no, you can't take this away from me, and then she wakes up. So it definitely shows that the director team or production team is moving certain scenes around to fit the, I guess, the feel of the episodes. Now, on to the more cuter things, less serious discussions. I think like the bulk of the episode was just Sakura and Tomoe trying to make this rare cheesecake recipe that Chiharu makes, and it's so friggin' cute. I think this whole scene is like 10 minutes long, but I'm okay with that. It's basically Chiharu narrating the whole situation, so you're just like, it feels like you're watching a tutorial or something, and it's just, I don't cook, but I thought it was just really nice of them to include the recipe for people that do like to cook, or for the kids that are watching. Like, oh mom, let's make that rare cheesecake recipe that I saw on Cardcaptor Sakura. So I thought that was a really nice touch. It also seems like Toya is gaining his powers back. So recap, Toya had given up his powers to Yuki so that Yuki could stay alive and keep Yue alive as well. So he basically lost his powers, but it seems like he's gaining his powers back. He's sensing things, and spoiler alert if you haven't read the manga yet, he confirms that he is gaining power. He tells Yuki that he feels like he's gaining some powers back, so that should be in episode 3. Not sure exactly what chapter. I feel like it's chapter 7, I think. But yeah, so it's been confirmed. And anyways, I mean, he already knows Kiro-chan exists. It's just so cute how, like, he's basically tormenting Sakura and Kiro right now. It's like, he knows that they're magical beings. I was talking to Isolda on Instagram, and she mentioned that, like, Toya didn't take Kiro's cake. And I was like, oh, you're right. So, like, he knows. Like, he's not gonna take away Kiro's food. Like, he knows he loves food. And I just wish that he would tell Sakura, or like Sakura would finally realize that her brother knows about her magical powers, and so that Kiro could stop being a plushie and just eat all the food that he wants, and they could bicker and banter, and oh my god, that would be so cute. Alright, that's it for my thoughts on this week's episode for Cardcaptor Sakura Clear Card arc. I mean, if I missed a theory or something, I probably did. There's so many of them out there right now. Let's have a discussion down below. Also, subscribe to my channel if you guys like listening to me talk about these things. Please, maybe. And also give this video a like if you guys liked it. And also follow me on IG, which is linked down below. Yeah! Alright guys, until next time, bye!